Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody which doesn't infringe the copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Fair use reaction. Blackmail Advice TV. We in the building. Let's go.
Ringo TV.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay pues emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te la ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Con dinero. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón, porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work. Yeah. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah. Yeah. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. De corazón, la plata no te hace ser feliz. Yeah, de corazón, la plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Lunático.
to. Yes. Yeah. Nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to you. And I realize either way I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll buy no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll buy no matter what. Susceptible now before the moment flies.
Welcome to the stream. Black Male Advice TV. We in the building again. Yep. If you're pretty much new to how we do things here, as soon as you get into the stream, just click the like button. That way we can get down to business, keep the engagement up, do what we got to do. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat, everybody that's coming in the building. Shout out to everybody that supported via Super Chat. Appreciate your support. Okay. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing a live reaction to the Average at Best video. Yeah. I've never did a video about this particular video at all. And I decided to do that today. So without further ado, we're going to take a listen to this. And we're going to pretty much share the video. And I'm going to give my commentary and criticism on both the woman and Kevin Samuels. Both parties. So we can understand exactly what happened and why this video was responsible for, I guess, making Kevin Samuels go viral. What exactly went down? Was Kevin wrong? Was the woman wrong? Were they both wrong? Was the woman abused? Was she used? Did he exploit an opportunity? Was she rude? What exactly happened here? What could we learn about modern women from this clip? Is a woman, or should I say, if a woman have money, does that mean that she deserves the top quality man? Does having money as a woman, does that mean success? Because if you don't realize it, I actually used the Kendra G video as an intro to this video because Kendra G boasted about having success and how she's successful and she paid her tithe, but yet she still don't have no husband. And my point in using this particular clip to do this reaction is how, as a woman, having money does not mean that you're successful at all. Now, we're going to lay the ground rules out. We're going to pretty much make everything clear. If you're a subscriber to the platform, you'll notice that you have access to the live chat. You should know how the rules go. If you don't want me to stop and go on a long break, keep the likes going up. Keep the engagement going up. If the likes are not matching the views, I'm going to pause the video. We're going to go on a long break. Then I am going to go on a rant and a lecture on what it means to click the like button. So now, because I said that, if I stop, then it's your fault, not mine. If I stop, it's because you want me to stop, because you ain't clicked the like button. See, this is a live reaction. This is not pre-recorded. This is live. How do I know it's live? Okay, let me see who's in the chat. Let's see. We got Killer Sound in the chat, KC Motorsport in the chat, Black Genesis in the chat. Who's that? Shava, Marlisha, Mookie, D Snizzle. So we got people in the chat, right? And Triple just came into the chat. See? Okay. So it's very clear that we live, right? So now I want to do a reaction to this because I never even watched this video. Never watched the video. All I saw was the clip of your average at best. That's all I ever seen of this particular clip. I think it was on WorldStar. But I never watched the whole video because if I'm correct, this was a whole stream that he had about disagreement, some disagreements or something like that. So we're going to take a look at this. Again, keep the engagement up and I won't stop. I'll just flow. The whole video will flow. I believe this particular clip is about 22 minutes. So we're going to hear what Kevin had to say. We're going to hear what the woman have to say. And I'm going to critique both of them. I'm critiquing both parties here. So this is not a one-sided critique. I'm not going to be focusing only on the woman, but I'm also focused on Kevin's response so we can find out exactly what went down, why this video went popular and it blew up and went viral. All right. So without further ado, let's take a look at this particular video, find out exactly what's going on. Let me set this volume up so that we can move forward. Okay, everything looks good. All right. Let's take a look at this particular video here. All right, let's begin. Let's go.
In this moment,
All right.
I cannot say what's wrong or right.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Those were hers.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, are you a PhD?
No.
I'm a PhD.
How many dollars you got?
One.
Really?
I'm sorry?
What kind of dog is it?
He's a cane corso.
He's a what?
A cane corso.
What is that in English?
He said, what is that in English? that is English.
It's a larger dog, and their breed is meant for guarding and protecting. They're very protective of their home and their family.
Okay, so what's your disagreement?
Now, based on what he had to say is this was disagreement night. So the woman called in on the show and he's asking, okay, what's your disagreement? But it looks like she ain't have no disagreement because she's talking about dogs and all this other stuff. So we're going to find out exactly what went down because this video was very controversial and I never took a look at the whole video. I only heard clips. The only thing I ever heard was your average at best. And everybody was like, I can't believe he said that. That's crazy. How he going to disrespect her like that? Well, we're going to find out what happened because, again, it's supposed to be disagreement night.
Honestly, I don't have a disagreement. I just came here because I honestly want some advice from you.
It says disagreement day.
Oh, I know, but this is my first time catching it on live. Normally I'm asleep.
So now...
And
You have a job?
So now, wait a minute here. Wait a minute. Hold up. Normally when Kevin had these disagreement nights, if you called in and you weren't given your disagreement, he would just hang up the phone on you. He would just hang up the phone. He wouldn't even waste no time. But like, listen, I don't got time for this. But for some odd reason, I guess he wants to entertain the people with this particular call. So let's hear what he got to say.
I do. I own a business.
Okay, so I do too.
And I do have a question.
But I have a business. And if you wanted my advice, you could always book a session if you can't catch us at the show live.
Did anybody ever book a session with Kevin? Because I'm like, what exactly is he going to tell you? Book a session. I don't understand this. Like, what exactly goes on in them sessions? What was the price of a session? I mean, so hold up. If she would have called you and said, I booked the session. Okay, hello? Yeah, can I help you? Yeah, you're average at best. Pretty much it's done. It's a done phone call already. That don't even make no sense to pay all that money. But anyway.
Definitely, I was trying to go online earlier.
But all you have to do, man, but see, what kind of business do you own?
I own a pet grooming, doggy daycare, and indoor
Okay,
dog
so
park.
what you're basically trying to do is I have a disagreement day, and you basically came in and said, damn your topic. I want to ask you what I want to ask you. And
Okay.
that
Already we have somebody in here trolling already. Now, if you notice this, I'm going to let you see this comment. You see this person here? He said this N-word is a hater. Now, do you see what we got to deal with so-called black people? Notice this, people. I open up the chat for subscribers. This person comes in there with the disrespect and says you're a hater. You see that? So let me see what we're going to do right now. Hold on a second. Let me see what we're going to do here. Hold on a second. Let me go do something real quick. We're going to do something real quick, right? All right. Now, the chat is members only. That one person just spoiled it for all of you. You see how that works? When I say that I have the chat open for subscribers, is because I want you folks to enjoy yourself, rock out, do what you need to do. But I can't even do that. So if you want to join the chat, become a member. Because this is the type of BS that I got to deal with. You understand? I opened the chat up to subscribers. And think about it. I was going to open it to the public, where the public could literally come in and just do whatever they got to do and rock out. But it's like, this is what I got to do. So when people complain and be like, yo, why your chat is members only? Because of people like that. Trolls. I'm doing a reaction video. This guy says, you're an N-word and you're a hater. And this is not coming from white people. You see how this works? This is coming from Negroes, right? Men that's supposed to be adults. This is what we got to deal with. Folks can't come in and enjoy themselves. So now everybody that's a subscriber, you lose now because of that one person. So now, can you all agree why I have my chat on members only? Because of stuff like that. See? People like that I got to deal with on a day-to-day basis. So, that being said, let's move on with the video. The chat is now members only. So if you're a subscriber, it's not my fault. Blame that on the people that decide to use the chat box to post insults and other things that is unnecessary. People just can't come to the stream to have a good time and enjoy themselves. Instead, somebody got to come in there and disrupt it for the whole subscriber folks that are in the chat. So to all the people that were in the chat that have no access now, become a member of the platform and you'll be able to be in the chat. Because from this day forward, I'm not going to open the chat to subscribers or the public ever again. Now, you folks, you saw me try. I'm never doing that again because of that.
But you are more than welcome to go on my website and purchase your time to talk with me one-on-one. Because what you're trying to do is rather rude. But I will go ahead and do it because I'm going.
I don't think the woman was rude by doing what she did. I don't think that's rude. Rude is the wrong word to pretty much put out there. I think that she's just excited about calling in on the show, and she felt that maybe you could answer her question real quick, and it could pretty much be a 1, 2, 3 thing, and it's a done case. But for some odd reason, he want her to believe that she was rude and disrespectful somehow. But let's hear what he got to say. Let's go.
To use this as a teaching lesson. How old are you?
Notice he said he's going to use it as a so-called teaching lesson now. Now, I don't understand how is this going to be a teaching lesson for her, because if it's a teaching lesson and it's being aired all over the world, that means that at that point, he decided to use this opportunity with this particular woman for entertainment. Because again, if the show was about disagreements and the woman called in and you believe she's rude, normally what KS would do is he would just hang up the phone. That was his MO. As soon as you called in and you were out of pocket, he would hang up the show. Hang up the phone and do what he needed to do. Just like when people out of pocket on my platform and they do crazy stuff, they just get blocked and removed. And I'm quick to call somebody out. I'm quick to rebuke people straight up and down, right? So he could have ended it right there. He could have said, next caller, let's move on. But he said he's going to use this as a teaching moment. So let's find out what he's saying. And again, if the likes are not matching the views, I'm going to go on a long break. So all you folks are just coming in and you're just kind of sitting there listening and you ain't clicking that like button. If you are not clicking that like button, we're going to go on a break. Do you understand that? And when I go on a break, it's going to be a long break. Do you understand? So if the likes are not going up, we're not going to move forward. It's just something y'all have to understand. This is how we going to do things here. So if y'all want the show to go smooth, get the likes up on the video. If not, we're not going to move forward because it seemed like y'all playing games. So, hey, sit right there, figure it out.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Going to be a long
money.
night.
Oh, yeah.
People think I'm playing games. I'm not playing games.
Oh, yeah. Money, power, money in my pocket. Lights on now, yeah. Money, making money. Niggas be looking at me, rolling on the block, man, I'm getting paper, rolling. Looking at me, I'm looking so fly. All of these niggas, they looking at me, man, wishing to die. Chilling in my car, man, I'm getting paper. All of these bitches out here, man, they want this nigga. Figure, rolling. Niggas be holding out. Don't wanna give a nigga his flowers.
They don't want to give me my flowers.
See me flexing on the road. Window down, top down. Shades on, blinged out, ringed out. Designer on, nigga looking fly. How could you hate on a nigga that be doing well? Mad niggas, they up in jail. Niggas mad because I'm doing well. All time and I'm smelling good. Niggas out here up in the hood. All day I'm popping. Bodies, they dropping. BK, I'm rapping. Niggas out here half stepping. Niggas talking, they bitching up. Online, they trolling. Lights on, drip where people stare. Everywhere. Yeah, I'm rolling in the top, chilling in the drop. Making money, man, I'm doing this non-stop. Rolling.
People think this is a game. We're never going to get through the stream smooth if people are playing with that engagement. If my likes are not going up, we're not moving forward. So if I have to keep going on these breaks, you're just wasting your time. I'm the creator of the content. I'm the one doing the reaction. You're sitting there wasting your energy, wasting your battery, wasting your time. I don't know what's the big deal with folks when it comes to clicking a like button. We go through this every single time. And we're going to do this all throughout this show. And I don't care how you feel. You can feel whatever you want to feel. I'm done playing my games, trying to be Mr. Nice Guy. I don't got time for that. That's why I have members only chat. You know why? Because the people that are in the chat, they actually support the platform. So they understand what I got to deal with. They understand the frustration. It's folks that are in the clouds that just think that, oh, I could just come here, do whatever I want and just kind of just play these little games. No. I'm providing a show. You're going to give me what I need as well. And all I ask is that you click that like button. It ain't costing you not $1 to do that. You ain't supporting financially. You ain't hitting the super chat or the Cash App. Likes are for free. So why are you here? It would be best if you just leave, because I really don't care. See, I can stop the stream and just BS if I want. And I could care less how you feel. You can leave. You know why? Because I understand how this works. People that support what a content creator do, understand the BS that they got to go through. So they're going to rock with them. The folks that are just trolls, that are just there to play and BS and waste time, those people eventually get annoyed and leave. So I could care less who leaves. I could care less who subscribe or unsubscribe. Do what the fuck you want to do. But at the end of the day, I'm going to run my stream the way I want to. Do you understand me? And you're going to respect me. Do you understand me? Because I will do this every single time. Every time. I should not have to keep telling people to click the damn like button. Do you want a stream or do you just want to hear a rant all day? Because it seems like that's what you want. You want to hear me talk. You want to hear a rant. You're entertained by that, I guess. Right? This is craziness that I got to keep dealing with this nonsense all the time. Let's go.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
35 years old.
That woman is 35, but I don't believe she's 35. She's older than that. Ladies are always saying they're 35. There's no way that she's 35. There's no way. There's no possible way that she's 35.
35 years old and you're a business owner.
Uh-huh.
And what's your question?
My issue is, I want to know at what point when I'm just meeting a guy, do I tell him that I'm a business owner? Because my problem is that when I try to date down and the conversation comes up to where I own a business, the guy is either like, hey, can I come join in on you on that business?
Notice what she's saying. She said that she tries to date down. A guy is always trying to come into the business and do this. What guy is she talking about? Guys don't do stuff like that. I don't know any guy that get with a woman and, he's trying to be a part of her business. Guys are not looking for that. That don't even make sense right there. I feel that she just wanted to have that little moment of attention. It appears that way right now. And then again, she said when she dates down. It's so disrespectful when a woman says she give guys a chance to date down. What do you mean by date down? So this is how ladies are thinking in today's day. Because after this entire high value stuff and all this mess, women are all messed up now. Now everything is about, you got to make 100K. You got to make this amount of money. We saw how Kendra G was on that video. She thinks she's successful because she have some money in her pocket. But she still don't got a husband. Still don't have no love. She's out with her girls. They partying, they drinking, they BSing. But she still don't got no love. How many of you ladies in the clouds are just like that? You got a job, you got a career, you got your money, but you still don't got no husband. You still alone in bed, mad with everybody, right? Do you think like the woman right here? Because she already done started this thing off wrong already. Now, to balance it out, I feel that at this point, Kevin should have just hanged up the phone already. I feel that he should have hanged up the phone and just moved on with disagreements, because obviously she don't want a disagreement, right? but he decided to use it as possible entertainment because he could see who she is. He know what she looked like. He could see all of this. And he said to himself, you know what? I can use this opportunity for some laughs. I could use this opportunity to actually, you know what I'm saying, make this woman look crazy, because that's really what it is. That's what the whole idea is for. I mean, because if she's making all of this money, why is it so difficult for her to find a man? I don't want to hear that all of those guys that come around you, they just want to be there because you have money and they want to be a part of your business. Men don't do that. Men want to smash as soon as they see a woman they like. If anything, she just got connected to guys that wanted to exploit her for cash. But let's go.
Or can I put some money and be a business partner? And I'm not looking for that. And I honestly...
Hold on. I need to be clear on this subject. Where are you at?
North Carolina.
And you're saying when to tell somebody you own a business?
Because
that sounds crazy. Why would you want to call in on disagreement night and ask a man, when should you tell another man that you own a business? What woman do stuff like that? That's like me meeting a lady and I'm there and I'm like, hey, bro, yo, what up, man? Yo, when should I tell that woman that I got a job? When should I tell that woman that I got this business that I got? You think it's too early to tell her? That sounds crazy. So at this point, it's like, what really is going on here? It don't sound normal with what she's doing, but let's go.
I find when I date down, guys see an interest and want to be like a business partner. And I'm learning that maybe I need a high value man because that's what
first off,
see, now notice this. Again, this woman, based on what I'm hearing, she have some sort of business, which mean I think she said she have a pet business, I guess with dogs or something along that lines. So she's probably making a certain amount of money. But notice what she said. She says, maybe I need a high value man. Because dating down, it seemed like when I get with a guy and I'm dating down, he always want something from me. He want to be a part of the business. He want my money. So if I get with a high value man, she believed that somehow he's not going to want her money. But how did she find out about a high value man? Where did she find out about a high value man? Where did she get that mindset from? You understand? Where did she get the mindset from that I need a high value man? She got that from KS. That's where she got it from. Because the whole time, she wasn't looking for those kind of guys. She was going after the guys that pretty much was hollering at her. See, women during Kevin's time here in these spaces, they were not looking for guys making $100K a year. They were not. They would just say they want a guy that got money. And a guy that got money could be a guy that just got money. Has nothing to do with his salary. You understand? They were more interested in a guy that would financially do things for the woman. In other words, even if he made 45, 50, 60, it didn't matter to women. As long as he was willing to spend money on her, that is what women were interested in. They weren't going around social media saying, hey, I want to date a guy that makes $100K a year. I want to date a millionaire. That's madness. None of those women have those kind of guys. And if you do find a guy like that, you're going to only get pumped and dumped. Because those guys are not going to settle down. Guys like that don't wife up women. They don't. You're just a play toy to them at the end of the day. So she believed by calling in that he's going to give her some sort of, I guess, a magic pill on, oh yeah, if you get with a high value man, he's going to definitely accept you and, you know, he's going to love you and do all of this other stuff. But I guess it went south from there, I guess. Let's go.
Ma'am, I really don't understand. What kind of man are you talking about? Because owning a business is no different than having a job, in my opinion.
Notice what Kevin said.
I'm not getting what you're saying.
Notice what Kevin just said. He said, owning a business is no different than having a job. You see that? Owning a business is no different than having a job. Actually, it's not the same. When you have a job, you get a paycheck, and that paycheck is normally the same paycheck every 2 weeks. When you have a business, right, you actually control how much you want to make. Which means if you go hard in the paint, you could earn a lot in that year. If you don't want to make that much money, you could be a little lazy, not put in the effort, and you won't make that much money. With a job, you got to come to work every day, and you got to put in that time, and you got to follow what they tell you to do. With a business, you make your own schedule, you have your own days, you put in your own hours, and you work at your own pace. Two different types of things. Right? Had to make that clear because a lot of people think that it's actually the same thing, and it's not. Running a business is actually harder. It's harder even though you have more freedom. It's actually harder. You understand? It's two different types of ballparks. Because with the job, you basically getting the same thing. No matter how hard you work, they're taking out more taxes. You're spending less time with your family. You're unable to move forward. You can't hang out. You're frustrated. You're seeing the same people aggravating you every day. You don't got to do that with a business. Two different types of ball games. Let's go.
When should you? I'm not understanding why this is an issue. If you're, what kind of men are you? What kind of men are you dating?
I try to give guys that not up a chance.
You try to do what?
I try to give guys that's not on my level a chance.
Why? What do you mean on your level?
That's a problem. When women say they're trying to get with a guy, or she says she's trying to give a guy a chance that's not on her level. Not on her level. Now, automatically, you would think on her level, she's talking about monetary. That's bad, ladies. How you gonna look at a guy and say he's not on your level because of how much money he make? That doesn't make any sense. You're never gonna be in a situation where you're gonna find a quality man if you think that way. And that's how the majority of women think today. They really do. Ladies are going to school, getting college degrees and PhDs and all sorts of degrees. And they really believe that with all this success and all this money in their houses and their cars, that somehow they're on some high level. And any guy that's going to get with them, he got to be either on their level or above. Woman, you're never going to find a man. Never. Because you don't know what levels mean. You don't judge a person by how much money they make. That's crazy. You should be concerned with having a guy that's in your life that loves you, that supports you, that is compassionate. That's the kind of man you need. You understand? It's crazy, man. But anyway, let's get back into this. Let's go.
What does that mean?
That's making 6 figures or more.
But I don't okay. You try to give guys who are not on your level a chance. Why?
And notice what she says, a chance. You know how disrespectful it is for you as a woman to say that you're giving a guy a chance? You're giving him a chance. A chance at what? What exactly are you giving him a chance at? A chance to hit? A chance to hit it from the back? What exactly are you giving them a chance for? This is why modern women are single. Because You believe you're giving a man a chance. A chance? Who are you that you're giving him a chance? What exactly is he earning? What exactly are you giving him a chance to get that you haven't given other guys for free? This doesn't make any sense, but let's go.
Because I honestly want a 6-figure guy, is what I'm realizing.
Okay, so let me just go ahead and net it out for you. You ready?
Uh-huh.
The guys you want aren't asking you out.
Well, I haven't been putting myself out there, honestly.
But you put yourself out there enough for the guys you don't want or beneath you to ask you out.
Those are like guys I met online.
Right. So, again, the men you want are not asking you out. See, you ladies do this.
Mm-hmm.
You go and deal with men who you feel are beneath you, and then you ask how to fix them. I'm not beneath you. I don't know how to fix a guy that's down there. That's not my concern. The better question is,
But now, wait a minute. A guy that's down there. Now, think about what's going on. She's looking for a guy that makes 6 figures or more, right? Kevin just said he can't really fix a guy that's down there. Referring to men that are not on her level, which is the guys that are making 45, 50, 60, and so forth. And he just said that he can't really fix those guys that are down there. So basically, the guys that are down there, he can't really help them. You understand? And see, this is the problem. The high value man movement have been pushed so heavy that a lot of you guys, you don't realize that you pretty much was exploited as well. You were the type of guys that were really being put down. Because to say a man is high value if he make 100K or more a year is to say that you guys that are not making 100K are not. And I don't understand, how could men that aren't making that much money applaud the whole high value movement and say, wow, man, you know, this is so great, man. This is so, no, you're being disrespected too. So not only is the woman disrespecting you by saying that she's giving you a chance, Kevin is also disrespecting you by saying, hey, if you're not in this tax bracket, you're not high value. You ain't even important. And this is the problem that a lot of people can't see in why the dating game today is messed up. This is why if you're a guy and you're making 45, 50K, women will look at you like something wrong with you. They'll ask you where you work, how much money you make, which is a very disrespectful question, to say the least. But what exactly are they doing? They're sizing your pockets. And if it's not looking like 6 figures, they figure, I'm wasting my time with you. I need to go to the next guy. And where did that all start? From the battery that was placed in their back from the so-called high value movement. And this is why dating as we know it is destroyed today.
why can't you get a guy on your level?
Notice, he said, why can't you get a guy on your level? Now, the woman clearly has a business, which means she has success. She's probably making a certain amount of money, and she's looking for a guy that's a high value guy making 100K. He said, why can't you find a guy on your level? So if we're dealing with money and levels, then that means if you're not making 100K, then you're not on the level of this woman. That's disrespectful to brothers at the same time. That's basically saying that as a man, your finances have to be at a certain level in order to deal with this woman right here. So let's say, for example, with her business, she make about 80K a year. If you're not making around that, you're not on her level, bro. You need to sit down. That don't make no sense. We cannot judge people that we're trying to get into a relationship with based on how much money they're worth in terms of their level. What about their character? What about their ethics, their morals? What about that? What about the way they treat you? What about that? Ladies, if you continually look at men based on money, you're never going to find love. You're never going to be happy. It's just never going to happen. Let's go.
That's the real question. Well, the first thing, well, first of all, I would tell you what I said in here automatically is a problem. Why you would come onto a show that you know is a disagreement day? It's selfish.
See, you're saying that the woman is selfish, but you have the option to hang up the phone. See? If it's disagreement day and you know that she's selfish and you believe that she's all these different things, I don't see how is she selfish under those circumstances. I really don't see how that's selfishness because of what she's asking you. You're the one who is continuing the phone call. So it's you who are playing mind games with her at this point. Let's just keep it a buck. Kevin was playing mind games with her because if it is in fact disagreement day, you believe she was rude, right? And you believe that she's selfish, right? Then you have the option to hang up the phone at this point. So if you continue on with this conversation, you can't say that the woman is being selfish. She's not. At this point, you're using her for an opportunity for the show. And that's exactly what it was. Let's go.
It's like, well, yes, ma'am. It's like, I want what I want. I don't say things for no reason. That's why I asked you questions. You're 35 years old, a business owner. That means you understand what business is, and you know this is a business. And I have a show title. And you said, "Damn your show title, I want to talk to you." But you could have went to my business and booked time to talk to me, but you wanted what you wanted, how you want it.
Okay, at that moment, if you feel that way, hang up the phone. If you feel that way, hang up the phone. If you're going to continue the conversation, we cannot keep saying that the woman is selfish at this point. You want her to be there. You want her to be there at this point. Because you're looking at the way she looked, and you know at this point, it's going to make for some good old laughs. But let's go.
I'm sorry.
No, and I'm using this as a lesson. That's the problem with too many of you black women.
See, he's using it as a lesson. And he said, this is the problem that black women have, is that they do this and that. Now it went from this woman to now black women as a whole. Let's go.
You don't do shit the right way with black men. That was improper. And when I told you the right way, you still were like, well, whatever.
No, that's not what it is. See, the problem here is he could have hanged up the phone on her just like he hanged up the phone on many different people. There have been many people that called in on his show and they wanted to ask a question about this, and he would say, book a session, and he would hang up the phone in their face. But with her, he decided to keep her. Why? Let's go.
So I'm going to use this. When was the last time you had a relationship?
Like the end of last year around December.
How long did it last?
A year.
A year? And was that man, did you go to college?
See, that's the same type of questions that Kendra G keep asking. That's how we know that Kendra G pretty much got her influences from Kevin Samuels. Right? Let's go.
Did I go to college?
Yes.
No, sir.
Okay, and how long have you owned your own business?
9 years.
9 years she had her business.
And how long have you been making six figures or more?
Oh, so she's making six figures. So she's making six figures. That's what he said. So, okay. So now we got a situation where she's making six figures. It seemed like she's been giving these guys that are average, because that's what she believes, guys that are, I guess, beneath her, not on her level. That's crazy, fam, to Look at that's like you see a lady, you're really interested in her, you try to shoot your shot and whatnot, and she's judging you by the car you're driving. Well, your car is not expensive, so I really can't talk to you. This is why modern women remain single for the rest of their lives. It's because of stuff like this. It's like you want the guy to have the best of the best of the best, not realizing that relationship is not even about all of that stuff. All this material stuff that everybody's going crazy for in the beginning, once you're really in a relationship, none of those things mean anything after that. They don't. Because you get used to it and you start to learn like, wow, I have a purpose. As a man, you start to realize, hey, I got to be a father. I got to raise my children. As a woman, you learn that, hey, I got to give birth. I got to take care of a house. I got to do this. I got to do that. You're not thinking about all that other superficial stuff, right? But this is how it is in the dating game right now. This is why it's dead.
The last three.
Okay. Why do you need a man making six figures?
Why does she need a man making six figures? This is something that I've been asking every time I do a Kendra G reaction, where women will claim that they're making a bunch of money. And then when Kendra asks them, well, how much money do a man need to make in order to date you? And they would say, well, he needs to make six figures, or he needs to make 85. I'm like, why do you need him to make that money for? For what? If you're already making a bunch of money and you're taking care of yourself, why the guy got to make the same money? For what? What does his money have to do with anything? Are you trying to spend his money? Let's go.
Because I'm finding out that the guys that I date, it's not working out.
What does that have to do with money?
Well, what does it have to do with money? What does anything have to do with money? Why is not working out? If it's not working out for her because of the money situation, then why do women keep focusing on money when it comes to getting with a man? Then it's not going to work out either. Whatever happened to liking someone, getting to know someone, having an emotional connection and bond, and moving from there? And whether you're rich or poor, we still respect one another and we're able to grow. What about that? See, nobody have that today. That's why no relationships work today. It's always a dead situation.
Because I feel like I need a guy that I can respect and admire, and I'm ambition, and I want a guy that has that drive too. And when he doesn't, I find myself, encourage him like, hey, babe, you can do this and you can do that. Basically,
what she's saying is that she don't respect him because she make more money than him. And see, brothers, this is why I told you 1,000 times, and I've been preaching this for years, that when women make more money than you, they normally don't respect you. That's just the way it goes in today's modern day. And this is the reason why the majority of women today will remain single for the rest of their natural life, because once they go to college, they get all these degrees, they get this business, they got all these careers, and they're working themselves many hours making all this money. If they're making more money than you, they're not going to respect you. That's how she is. And it has nothing to do with how the woman look. The woman could be unattractive. It doesn't matter. If she's making more money than you, she's not going to respect you. Even if she's with you in a relationship, she's going to look down on you at all times. This is why Kendra G can't find no man, right? This is why all these female celebrities can't find no man. Why? Because once they make a certain amount of money, they're going to always look down on you. They might kick it with you at first, but eventually they're going to lose interest because they're going to be like, okay, I was with the guy, you had sex with the guy, but then she's going to start looking at the money. She's going to realize, I'm paying for everything. I'm paying for this. I'm paying for that. I don't want this guy no more. He's a bum. She's going to look down on you. That is how she's looking at all the guys she dated. So she's thinking in her mind, if she get with a high value guy making what she's making, that somehow is going to make her respect him, not realizing that he is not going to respect her. Why? Because now the tables turn. And see, This is the mistake that a lot of women are making because they're trying to do what men would do. They're looking at themselves with money and they're looking down on the man. See, when a man have money, he don't look down on a woman. A man that got money is more likely to get with a woman that don't got nothing. Do you understand me, ladies? When a brother got paper, he'll get with a woman that is broke. And he's not going to judge her by that because he's not looking at her to provide nothing. He's looking at her youthfulness, her fertility level, the fact that she might be a good fit for his business and everything else in his life. He's not looking at her based on money. But when you ladies get money, you don't look at a guy based on, okay, he's husband material. He look like he'll be a good father. No, you look at him and you look at your money and you start to compare yourself. Well, I'm making this amount of money. He's not making this. Well, he's not a good man for me. That's crazy. This is why you're having such a difficult time when it comes to pretty much securing a husband.
And then,
All right, so in North Carolina, what percentage of the population, what percentage of men in this country make 6 figures or more?
I think it's like 5%. I'm not
Closer to 10. So,
Okay.
10%. All right. So the question is, what do those men who make that kind of money, who all women tend to want, what do they want?
They just want sex. That's all they want. Guys that got money is not looking to wife up no woman. They just want sex, right? And they could care less how a woman look. They just want access. Because a lot of times once guys get money, they figure, hey, I'm supposed to pull women because I got money. And this is the arrogance of men when they have money. They figure I got money, I could pull women. Not all men that got money can pull women. There's a lot of guys that got money and women still not trying to holler at them. You understand? And again, as you come into the stream, click the like button. Don't sit there in the clouds listening and you ain't clicking that like button. Click the like button. Let's go.
I feel like they want arm candy, somebody who can have more to bring to the table than just looks. But
I know she didn't just say come to the table with more than just looks. I hope that's not what I just heard.
So bring balance to their life. I feel like I can help them out on.
Okay, slow down. I'm not understanding. You said they want arm candy, then you contradicted yourself. They want somebody that more than just looks.
Yeah, arm candy, but something behind, brain with it, and more in depth.
Do you know any men who make 6 figures or more?
My dad and my uncle.
See, that's another problem because the majority of women today, they all want a guy that's making 6 figures. They all want a guy that's making all this bunch of money. Ladies, you outnumber men 20-1, right? If the average guy making 100K is about 8 to 10% of men in the world, what makes you think that you're ever going to find that guy? Can't you just do the math? You're never going to find that guy. It's too many women in the world, and it's less men that make that kind of money. You're never going to find that guy. And also, let me say this for the guys that be like, well, I make 100K. Listen, after taxes, do you bring home 100K? We're not talking about making 100K and, okay, that's what I make before the taxes and all of that mess. And please, do not, if you're a man, post in the chat that you make 100K. Please don't put yourself out there. Because I can't stand when guys do that. When guys do that, the first thing I want to do is roast them. Because it's like, what are you proving by telling everybody in the chat that you make 100K? Are you a part of some special club? Where's all the women chasing you around? Where's your family that you should have already done built? Please don't talk about how much money you making and you ain't built nothing yet. Anyway, let's go.
Excuse me. Do you know any men that you are related to that make six figures or more?
Unrelated to? Yeah,
Men that you are not related to.
Not on a personal level.
So she don't know nobody. She don't know nobody that's making this kind of money, but she's making six figures. Now, rather than her just being content with the fact that, okay, she's having some success, get with a guy that is one who loves her, appreciate her, because we're not going to call them average. We're not going to disrespect none of you. It's very disrespectful to be calling somebody average or anything like that. Doesn't matter, because all of you guys that are working at a 9 to 5, you're all working hard. You're trying to provide for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got dignity and honor. You're doing your best. So who am I to look at you and say, oh, because you're making a certain amount of money, you're average at best. You're just an average guy. You're just average. So a guy making a bunch of money, he's a better guy than you. He might be able to do things more than you because he got the money to do that, but that does not make him a better man than you. You see? You got a lot of guys that got a lot of money. They can't fix nothing around the house. They don't know basic electricity. They don't know how to remodel a kitchen. They don't know how to do the plumbing. They can't do nothing. They don't even know how to mow the lawn. They got to pay somebody to do all of that stuff. But yet you got a guy that, you know, he make $40,000 a year, but yet he's very handy, very skilled, got a lot of skilled trades. You know, he have good character, morals and ethics, good business practices, a good work ethic, you know, good communicator. He's able to do a lot of things. Yeah, change the brakes on the car. You know, change a tire. You know how many guys don't even know how to change a tire on a car? You know that? They don't even know how to do that. They gotta wait for the roadside assistance. They gotta call them. They gotta call roadside assistance, fam, just to get the tire. It's crazy. The guy come to the roadside assistance, he have to look at them, looking at the guy up and down like, bro, you call me for this? This is embarrassing, but it is what it is. Let's go.
So you don't know them. You don't know what they want, but you want him. Man, I'm going to suggest that you really don't know what you want. And saying six figures is just something that you've got taken from out there. But I'm not hearing this rooted to anything.
See, the problem with this right here is that we could flip this thing around. What if you're a guy and you're not all that handsome, right? And at the same time, you're not making a bunch of money, but you want a woman that is very beautiful. Does that mean that you're average at best and she's just this great superior being? She's broke too. She don't even got no money. There's a lot of women that are very attractive living right in the hood, but they're broke. But you're telling me that if you're a man and you're not all that handsome, you're not tall, you don't make that much money, that it's okay if she rejects you because you're not on her level? See, I find that it's normally a one-sided thing because we see the contradictions here. He's basically looking at her and saying, hey, yeah, you make six figures. We get it. You want a guy that's making six figures, but you're not, it's like you're not the kind of woman these guys want. So he's basing it on how she look, not on monetary. Right? So if that's the case, then if guys that make six figures or more are looking for women that are highly attractive, right? Because they don't want her, then that means that if you're a man and you're broke and you're not handsome, then you are not qualified to get with a woman that is very attractive. That wouldn't make no sense, because I know a lot of guys that they're not even all that, and yet they got very attractive women. And it has nothing to do with how much money they make. See? It's all about your mouthpiece as a man. You got guys in the hood that these guys don't even work. These guys don't even have a job. And they're pulling women and smashing them. And these guys don't even got a job. And these women are fine. So how are they getting them? You know, you can't just look at the woman and say, okay, you can't get a certain guy because, you know, look at how you look. Now, there's certain things that we must put into play. She could get a guy that would smash her. Yeah. A guy, listen, men don't care how women look when it comes to vagina at the end of the day. You know, a vagina is a vagina. This is why I don't get it. A guy would smash a woman, period. Doesn't matter how she looked. Y'all remember the old saying back in the day, put a bag over her head. Y'all remember that, right? So her wanting a guy, she just want money at this point. She want a high value man because that battery was planted in her back. Let's go.
But what do you want ultimately? Do you want to be married, children, what?
Yes, I want to be married.
At that point, nobody's marrying you. I say this all the time. You know, nobody's wifing you up if you got kids. You know what I mean? Nobody's doing that in today's day. It's a bad deal all around. You know, why would a man want to do that? Why would a guy that makes six figures want to come in and wife you up? Why would a guy in general want to wife you up? It's not even about the guy that makes six figures. Men in general are not going to wife her up.
Do you want any children?
Yes.
And she wants children.
How many?
I have a son now, so.
Okay.
She have a son. She have a son, brothers. She have a son. Well, let's go.
Your son?
He's 13.
Where's the father?
He's not in his life.
I didn't
Well,
ask that. I said, where's the father?
Well, he's not like in it like I would like him to be.
So basically, she's a single mom, a 13-year-old, and I forgot how old this woman says she is. I think she says she's 30, 35, 34. I'm not sure. I don't know. But she has a son. Nobody's wifing you up at this point.
All right. So let me go ahead and take this down. Ma'am, men who make the kind of money you're talking about have options.
Now, when he says options, at this point, what he's basically saying is that men that got money can get with as many women as they want to get with. Right? Which is a rip from my teachings on polygyny. I'm the one who's been teaching that a man can have more than one wife. One of the first videos that I seen that I disagreed with Kevin Samuels was the video that he made where he said only high value men have options to deal with more than one woman. Once he said that, that's when I was like, this guy right here is tripping. That's when I knew that he was full of crap. Because he was basically saying that if you're a man and you don't make a certain amount of money, who are you to talk about you're dealing with more than one woman when you're average at best? So basically, he was disrespecting the brothers, and I was trying to point out to the brothers that Kevin was disrespecting men. Because to say publicly that only men that make 100K or more have options to deal with more than one woman is a disrespect to all of you brothers that make less than 100K. That's to say, you're too broke to deal with more than one woman, but he's able to. When the truth be told, these alleged high value men are not wifing up any woman. They're just using these women to have sex. That's it. High value men or men that got money just get with women to have sex with. Even one of Kevin Samuels' lessons, he was teaching men how to get a 1099 woman, how to pay for vagina, how to pay for access. So he didn't believe in the standard dating routine of getting to know a woman and vibing with her and so forth. He didn't believe in that. He believed in just getting right what you want. In other words, pay for the woman. Just like in the movie Pretty Woman, when the guy paid for the prostitute to be his woman for the weekend, he always used that as a pointer in his videos. So while he would be telling women about if they would like to be married, he didn't believe in that. He believed in paying for the escorts. That's what he believed. He taught men to pay for escorts. You understand? What do you think? What do you think happened in his last moments? What do you think he was paying for? Who do you think was in his house? Who do you think was there? Think about that. Let's go.
And typically I don't want to deal with women who have 13-year-old sons, who are used to dating men. This doesn't sound appealing.
See? Now notice what he just said. Who are used to dating men that are average. He never completed his sentence. He never completed that sentence. Women that got children and women that date men that are average. In other words, high value men won't even deal with you because it's like you're dealing with those guys that are mediocre. But yet brothers were cheering him on, not realizing that they were being disrespected the whole time. So as much as this woman was the average at best woman, all of you brothers that were making less money, you were also average at best. But you didn't even realize that you got played yourself. But let's go.
So the kind of man you're talking about. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I was thinking once I start booking session with you that
I can't change men.
I know, but I can approve myself, and I feel like I have a lot to offer to.
She believed that by her calling in Kevin, that somehow it's going to make high value men be attracted to her. See, ladies, let me tell you what Kevin didn't tell you. Guys that make a lot of money, right? Guys that are well off, right? They just want to fuck you, right? I'm making it plain for you, right? They just want to smash. That's it. They don't care about your kids. They're not trying to take care of your damn kids. They just want you in bed on demand. Do you understand? Men that got money. Because see, I'm telling you what he not telling you. Because he ain't tell you. He busy playing with you. Men that got money don't want no damn relationship. They just getting with women that are of the highest quality in terms of physical appearance and their body. That's it. They're not interested in getting with a woman that got kids. They're not there for that. They're not turned on by that. They want the model type women that come to them for one purpose, because they don't got no time to waste. They don't got time to try to get to know you. They don't got time to meet your parents. They don't got no time for that. Now, that's clear, right? Now, he didn't tell that to that woman. Because the truth be told, men that got money, they have a whole rotation of women that they deal with. And most of these women, they know that he got other women, but they don't care. They don't care because they're a part of the fun. See? So he's not telling her the truth that she needs to hear. The truth is, high value men are not looking for relationships. They're just looking for sex. Easy access. 1, 2, 3. It is what it is. Let's go.
Those type of men.
Okay, but see, you should have stopped right there. I just told you I cannot change men. And you said, once
Right.
I book a session with you, I'm not a miracle worker. I'm telling
Right.
you.
Now, he's not a miracle worker, meaning that he can't change her physical appearance. That's what he's not telling her. He's not telling her, like, look, these high value men are looking for this and they're just looking for sex. So you could forget about marriage and having babies because they're not into none of that stuff. And see, women don't understand that. Women think that when they get with a guy and he got money, that he's ready to settle down and be some husband to her. No, he not. He just want to hit it. Especially if you look fine as hell, he's not trying to wife you up. The finer you are, the better the fantasy. This is why guys are hiring escorts. This is why wealthy men hire escorts. Listen, wealthy men do not walk down the street hollering at women trying to date. They don't do that. They hire the most expensive escorts that money can buy. They have companies that they are recommended from other wealthy guys. And they say the women that are a part of this company, you can't go wrong with. They could go online and they could look at these women profiles and see exactly what they're getting. And they'll hire 2 or more women to come to their hotel room, to come to their suite, their house. And they do this all the time. They do not waste their time with modern dating or relationships or marriages. They don't do that. Go look through my catalog of videos. I literally made a video exposing when Kevin Samuels was teaching men how to get a 1099 woman. In other words, how to write out the contract and get an escort on payroll. I've explained all of that. And people got mad with me. And I'm like, listen, this guy is into hiring escorts. How could he help you find a so-called husband? And I used to tell women that. And they used to be like, no, I'm looking for a high value man. You don't know. I'm like, okay, whatever you say. You know, but this is what they do. And I'm talking about the wealthy of wealthy men. Kevin decided to do that because he realized that, hey, not all guys can pull women. A lot of times y'all may think that, oh, he just walked down the street and women were just jumping all over. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. A lot of guys that got money don't really pull women like that. They'll use you for your money, but when it comes to sex, no, they're not really feeling you like that. So he had to resort to paying for the 1099 women, you know, and he even made videos where he made it clear that it's more convenient because you don't have to deal with all the hassles. You don't got to deal with the, you know, getting to know her. She's flaking on you. She's not calling you, texting you. All that BS goes out the window. You just pay your fee. The woman show up at your door naked and you just do what you got to do. And because you're paying for this woman, you could do whatever you want to do to her body. Anything goes. You see that? Anything goes. And that's what's going on in today's day. And it's sad, but what Fitness said is true. Women made dating into prostitution now. That's exactly where it is now. Dating as you know it today is now prostitution. And it's sad because now women are basically saying, in order to get this vagina, in order to get with me, you got to have this amount of money. You got to pay for this. And then if I feel like giving you the vagina, then I'll give it to you. So basically, dating today is prostitution.
What they want. And you're still saying, yeah, but I want them. They don't want you.
It's not that they don't want you. They just want sex. They just want sex. And they want women that are highly attractive. That's what they want. It's not that they don't want her, because men are not going to turn down sex. They may with certain women, but for the most part, a man will smash that woman that is on the screen that he's interviewing. A man would smash her. But the point is, they're not going to try to wife her up. They're not. Men that got money don't do that.
But I have been working on myself this year and booking your.
Okay, ma'am, but okay. 35, 13-year-old son with a sketchy father.
So I was right. She is 35. All right.
Why would a man who's in the top 10% of earners, who women across the country want that?
Now, he said women across the globe or whatever want this particular guy. I disagree. A lot of women don't want the guy. They want the money. They don't want the guy. Any woman that may have wanted to get with Kevin didn't want Kevin. They wanted what Kevin can give them. See that? It's the money that the women want. And this is one of the biggest mistakes that men make. Y'all be thinking that these women like you. They don't like you. They like what you can do for them. This is why you got to know a woman is true when she rock with you before you even do anything for her. This is why I said no dinner dates. Don't take these women out. Don't pay for nothing. No trips, no vacations. Don't do that. See how that woman really flex with you.
Because I have a lot to offer. I feel like.
Would you want your son to, if you had a son making that kind of money, would you want him to bring home a woman who had a 13-year-old son from a sketchy father? Or would you prefer him to get a woman who had no children, was younger, and easier to get on his program?
Now, at that moment, he didn't really tell her the truth right there. Because, again, telling her that, well, would you want your son to get with this and get with that? And, well, we got to look at, first of all, the context of the situation. If it's just to get with her to smash, I believe any man will get with her to smash, right? Right? Now, he said, would you want your son to get with a woman like this and that if she's not going to get on his program and X, Y, and Z? But he forgot about how she looks. He forgot about that. He didn't talk about looks at that point. Because maybe he might get with her. Maybe he might. You have a lot of guys out here that are stepdaddies. You have a lot of guys out here that get with women that have children. Their motive may be just to have sex, or maybe they really feel in the woman. They may want to build some sort of relationship. The point is, I get what he's saying, but he didn't put it in the proper order where it needs to go. He didn't focus on the looks of the woman, because that's what he's focused on. Because number one, she got money, right? She got money. She have a body, because based on what she said in the at best video, she talked about how she got a nice body. So I'm pretty sure when she don't have no clothes on, a guy is not gonna turn down hitting that from the back. He gonna want to clap them cheeks. So the comparison that he's given here, I don't think that is really good. It's not good because he never really focused on, why would a man get with a woman that look like you? Would you want your son getting with a woman that look like you? He never said that. Because if it's just getting with a woman that's like her, why wouldn't he want to get with a woman that's making good money, got a nice body, right? Why wouldn't her son want to get with a guy like that, a woman that's like that? Why? And even if she only had one kid, there's a lot of guys out here that get with women like that. Now, when it comes to the fact that the boy is 13, I always tell you guys, it's not your responsibility to take care of another man's children. Meaning, you're not there to take care of her kids. That's not what you're there for. But the truth is, men get with women that are single mothers to have sex with them. So it's under the proper context. Would a man get with her to wife her up or get with her to have sex? If a guy is just there for sex, he's going to get it. And he could care less what kids she got. You know, I don't know any guy that's turning down some sex.
Depending on his age.
See what I mean? See what I mean? This goes so deep for black women. They will even, should have been an easy question. No, I would not want my son I want the best for my son.
Well, we understand that you would want the best for your son, or you would want your son to get with a woman that don't have no children. I get that. But let's look into society and realize, are men really turning down single mothers? Are they? Men are not turning down single mothers. You know? Men are out here having sex with them. Matter of fact, men are out here having sex with women that have a high body count and don't care. What about that? What about that? What about women that got no kids but got a very high body count? What about that? What about that? Men have sex with them too. See? As a woman, you would want your son to get with a woman that have no children. You know, yeah, that would be your first choice. But again, circumstances. What is the circumstances looking like? What's the context of the situation? What if he liked the woman and she have a child already? What if he do like her and that's his choice? Then it is what it is. The point is, all of that is irrelevant. What Kevin was supposed to tell her is this: would you want your son to get with a woman that look like you? He never said that. And that's what nobody's peeping. He never said that. He never said that. He never said that at all. He didn't focus on it. Not focusing on, a woman like you. Be specific. A woman that look like her. Would you want him to get with a woman like that? He never did that. Let's go.
That should have been the appropriate answer. That's why I sat up. That is bullshit. You should want the best for your son.
Of course.
But and are you thinking, Micah?
If he brought home a woman, yes, I feel like I'm the exception to the rule. But
no, you're not. That's the problem. You all think you're the exception to the rule, but your life is proven to you that you're not.
My love life is not that good. I agree with you.
That's my point, and ma'am, and that's my point. You ladies all feel like, listen, you ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, No,
you never gave her the dose of reality. You never gave her the dose of reality right there. You never said, look, miss, you're unattractive and no high value man want you. You never did that. You didn't come straight out and just tell her the truth. And again, I'm not here judging her. I'm going by what he said. I'm going by what he's focused on. He's focusing on how she looked, and he's saying that high value men are not interested in women like her. And I'm here to tell you, what are we really focusing on? Looks, appearance, facial features. That is what he's focusing on right here. He never came out and told her straight up, this is the reality check. Men don't want women like you. You're undesirable, unattractive, and no man want you. He didn't come out and just tell her that straight to her face. He didn't do that. He didn't do that at all. He's kind of, I guess, trying to set the stage for what he want to say. That's pretty much what he's trying to do. He's trying to make her look at herself in a certain way so that he can now open up the stage for what he want to say. Let's go.
But I'm special. You don't know any men on this level.
We got to stop with this level stuff when it comes to money. Seriously.
are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these men. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want. But you're still saying, pick me. They don't want mid-30-year-old baby mamas. I'm trying to be polite, man, but they don't want those.
Now, if they don't want those, right? Now, look, ladies, and to all the brothers, right? Okay. If high value men don't want women that are 35, right? They don't want women that are baby mamas, women that got kids. How could Kevin Samuels had helped any of you women find a husband under those circumstances? And why would women keep calling in night after night looking for a high value man if he's telling these women they don't want none of you single mothers, none of you women that are average, none of you women that have kids? Why are women still to this day thinking they're trying to get a so-called high value man? Why? Because at that point, it would kill the purpose of the show. If the show is to get you married, if the show is to get you hooked up with a high value man, if you have any of those particular traits, kids, if you have kids, if you have, you're a divorcee, or you're not all that attractive, or you're a little on the obese side, then knowing all of those particular issues, you're not going to get this kind of guy. So him knowing that, it would just be in everyone's best interest to tell all the women that call in on the show, look, my show is only for women that are 9s and 10s, that are fit, and X, Y, and Z. Everybody else, do not call in. Because you're wasting your time. And these are the kind of things that I've been saying for the longest, and nobody been paying attention. I've been trying to sound the alarm saying, look, fam, this guy's show is like a minstrel show, because women are just calling in, wasting their time. None of y'all gonna get through, because if high value men are not looking for women that are unattractive, they're not looking for women that are overweight, they're not looking for women that got a bunch of kids, they don't want no single baby mama, 35. If they're not looking for that, then why do women keep calling in the show? Why do women keep looking for this kind of guy that they're never gonna get? And then why, check this out, why no high value woman ever called in on the show? Every woman that ever called in the show was always the kind of woman that would never get such a high value man. But yet, you were made to believe that you're going to get this quality guy. And now today, look at dating. It's destroyed. Women are still out here saying they're waiting for a high value man. I need a guy making 6 figures. I need a guy making this amount of money. Why? Because Kevin Samuels planted the battery in their back. He put that battery in their back. And now all you brothers are struggling out here. You're all struggling, trying to talk to women and deal with women. And these women are brainwashed with this money thing. They judge you by money. They don't even judge you by character no more. They judge you by your dollar. Some of you guys lie about your income because you're trying to impress women. We're going to have to do a stream on that. Men are now lying that they're making 6 figures in order to impress women. That's sad, man. And ladies, if you got to continually focus on a man's income in order for him to talk to you, you're basically prostituting yourself at this point. You are literally prostituting yourself at this point. You're telling guys, I'm only available for the highest bidder.
Can I ask you a question?
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Why is that so? Okay, go ahead.
Why is it so what?
Go ahead.
From my point of view, I feel like I get what you're saying. They do have better options, but also those better options are younger girls. Those younger girls don't necessarily 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
That's where she messed up. She said that younger women are typically not attracted to 40-year-olds, 45-year-olds, and so on and so forth, not realizing that all of these younger women are getting their back blown out by older men. Women have always dealt with older men because that's the natural order, the way it's supposed to be. They always did that. Or they got with a guy that's very mature. That's just the way it goes. Now, she's saying that because she knows that the 25-year-old is actually her competition. 25-year-old women don't have to come on camera with filters on. You know that, right? A 25-year-old don't have to come on camera with a filter to look good because her face is naturally youthful. She's in her prime. She's fertile. She's ready to go. So typically women that are 35, 45, they're always going to be in competition because they envy a woman's youth. It's not even about money. Let me tell you something. Women like Kendra G and other women that are like her, they're more likely to envy a young lady in her early 20s than a woman that got money. Do you know that? Because a woman that is youthful and is very attractive, they know that that young lady have the ability to get the kind of man that she wants. And I'm referring to women that are like Kendra and other women. They can't pull certain men. They can't pull them, even with all their money, because they're just like this woman here. She makes 6 figures. Kendra most likely makes 6 figures and above. And with all that money, she still can't pull the kind of guy she wants. She can't. You see? She can't pull the kind of guy she wants because the money won't allow her to. Again, when women have a lot of money, they're not going to respect the guy making less money. She's going to look down on you. Right? So women have always dealt with older men. That's just the way it always been. That's the way it's going to always be right now. Most of these young ladies that are in their 20s, they're most likely dealing with a guy in their 30s and 40s right now, possibly even 50s. Women typically aren't even attracted to guys their age unless it's a situation where you were dating the woman as a teenager or something like that. But in today's modern day, when a young 20-something-year-old lady is out here, she's more going to be attracted to an older guy because the older guy has the maturity level, the experience, and everything else that is needed to guide her. A guy that is younger, inexperienced, don't really know nothing, he can't guide nobody. He can't. He don't even know where he's going. So how could he guide any woman?
Bullshit. I'm 51 and I can't beat him off with a stick.
I doubt what he's saying right there. I doubt it. I don't think that they were chasing Kevin around like that. I don't believe that. Y'all remember the video where he was in that video with that Six the Goddess lady and he was like, receipts shown. He was in the video up inside of the bakery or something like that. And everybody thought that he was on a hot date. Like he had a girlfriend and whatnot. And I had to expose it. I was like, nah, fam, that's somebody else's woman. The dude got on the camera and said, receipts shown. Yeah. I think I got that. That video's on my Patreon, I believe. He tried to front like he was on a date, fam. That's sad. When you have to do stuff like that, that is sad. So I doubt that he had to beat off all these young ladies with a stick. If anything, they just wanted a Birkin bag.
Another one on you lies. No, younger women are attracted to older men. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's true. He's right about that. Younger women are always attracted to older men. That's just a fact.
So can you see me?
Yeah.
Of course he could see you. Of course he could see you.
Yes, I can.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
Uh-huh. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up, 5, but when I put myself together, 6.
Now, notice she said that when she wake up, she's a 5, but when she put herself together, she's a 6. Now, at that point, I think she was pretty honest with herself. I'm fully aware that she know herself, and it is what it is. So it's very clear that he didn't call her average first. He didn't call her average based on the tape. Because, you know, the controversy that went around is that he bashed the woman. He said that she's average at best and embarrassed her and all this other stuff. She pretty much just publicly said that she's a 5, and when she put herself together, she's a 6, right? So let's hear what she got to say.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5.
Hold up. How you 5'5"? Dress size a 3? Nah. Nah, that would make you mad skinny. You know, that would make you mad skinny, fam. You would have to be real thin. I don't know. Maybe we need a Kendrick Ham. I don't know. 5'5", size 3. No, it's not adding up.
That's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men.
So that mean that Kevin right there is basically saying that average looking women are supposed to get average looking men. Right? So now that would be a disrespect to the brothers now. That mean that Kevin is looking at you brothers as average too. Right? So if he's going to judge her as average, see, this is why I think it's dangerous to identify somebody as average based on their looks, because her purse is not average. She make more than 6 figures, right? So that would put her in the category of the high value movement, right? Her purse is not average. But see, he said that she's average at best. But what about a guy that is handsome, but he's broke? What about that guy? If his looks is on par, right? But his money is not. Do you think that women would look at him as high value? You see how I did that? Because he's basically saying that the woman is average because of, you know, her looks. Now, of course, she admitted that she's a 5. And when she's decked out, she's a 6, right? Respectfully. But at the same time, he's saying that she's average, which he's focusing only on looks at this point. You see? Only the looks. She's average based only on looks. But then, what about all the other areas? What about all the other factors that are involved in this? She got kids. She have a son. What else? She has some sketchy baby daddy situation. I mean, she never said the baby daddy was violent. She just said that he's not really in the picture, right? Which is typical of women that got baby daddies. That's just the way it be. But she's average based on the look. So again, my point is, if she's average, then that means if you're a man and you're not handsome, that mean that you're average, even if you got money? Are y'all listening? Wow. So if you're Kevin Samuels and you're a millionaire, but you're not handsome or you're not all that to the eyes of women, wouldn't that make you average the same way? Now, I've already exposed a video where Kevin Samuels said that he's a 9. Yeah, Kevin Samuels gave himself a rating of 9. You can look for that on my platform. I already made a video about that a couple of years back where he publicly said that somebody said, how do you rate yourself from 1 to 10? And he said he's a 9. That's what he said. He said he's a 9. So I'm trying to figure this out. Like, how does a man rate himself a 9? If he's a 9, right, then pretty much every other guy that is somewhat handsome is an automatic 10 automatically, right? How is he a 9, but this woman is average at best? You know, it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, let's get back into this.
They tend to get average men.
See? Average men. See? Average men. So now, again, how do we judge these men? How do we judge these men that are average? Because if she's average, right? If he's saying average women tend to get average men, then that means a man can have 6 figures of income and still be average. See that? Is everybody in the class following? If this woman is average, now remember, she's already making 6 figures. She's already making 6 figures. So she got money, right? So if he just said average women tend to get with average men, then that means she need to go find a man that's a 5 in looks. So they're average. So my point is, a man can make 6 figures and still be average. Makes a lot of sense. That's the argument she should have used when he hit her with that. She should have said, so wait a minute. So are you telling me that a high value man can be average at best? And then that is when he would have got angry and hanged up the phone on her. This is why Kevin Samuels never responded to any of my videos, because he know that the way I talk, I'm going to break it down. I'm going to break it down. You could be a guy that got money and still be average at best. And women still won't respect you. You just got money, but you're average at best.
So,
Did you, I mean, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Breathe and digest. You're 35 years old and you can look around and see the world. You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking women.
See? You don't see high value men with average looking women. Average looking women. Right? So if a man is average looking, but he got money, is it possible for him to be high value still? Based on Kevin's assessment here, no. He's still average at best. He's still average at best, because there's a lot of guys that got money and the women that they got ain't really all that. We see that right in the so-called industry. There's a lot of these guys, I'm still trying to figure out why they with these women. I mean, look at what happened with, what's this guy? Stephen Curry's wife. I mean, there was nothing wrong with this woman's face. This woman looked like she went and got some Botox. Her whole face is messed up now. Now she's average at best. So you got guys that got money and their woman, you know, she's not no 9 and 10. You know, it's all about how you and that woman kicked it off when y'all first met. That's what it's all about. And if I'm correct, I think he grew up with her like as teenagers. So it is what it is, but let's go.
Off rip. If you do see them, they got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up.
But see what he's saying the same thing that I just finished saying just now, that if you got with a woman that may not be all that attractive, that you were with her when you were younger. Well, what's the difference of him getting with her when he was younger than him getting with her when he is older? What's the difference? What's the difference? Still the same woman. I'll tell you the difference. The difference is when the brother was broke, he didn't think he was all that. He didn't think that he could, look down on women. He looked at the sister and he appreciated her for who she is, not by how she looked. And that's the difference. When guys have money, they tend to be superficial and they want the best and the most attractive, thinking they're getting the best woman, not realizing that beauty is vain. And just because a woman looks beautiful does not make her a good woman. Do you follow me? It doesn't make her a good woman. A woman could look very beautiful and very attractive and end up setting you up and putting you to death. Do you understand me? A woman can look very attractive, very good, and you can end up in your house in cardiac arrest with a woman that's attractive. Do you follow me? It doesn't mean anything. You could get with a woman that's very attractive and she won't do CPR to you when you're dying. Instead, she'll just make a bunch of excuses. Do you follow me? This is something that people need to understand. Let's go.
The man earning the kind of money you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.
See? She's basically saying that guys that got money is not going to look for a woman that is less attractive. He's going to look for the top. That means that he's not with her because he wants her. He just wants sex. That's it. He wants some eye candy. That's all he wants. But why is it that a guy would get with a woman as average when he's broke? What's the big difference? This doesn't make any sense, fam. Let's go.
I mean, my body is not average, so.
But ma'am.
He was about to say her face. He was about to say her face is average. This is crazy. But it is what it is. Let me see. Yeah, there's a lot of women out here that are attractive and they got demons in them and they'll set you up and get you killed, But it is what it is. Let's go.
Please don't make me say it.
Uh-oh.
Say what?
Please don't make me say it.
I really just wanted some advice. I love your
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking it. The advice is, ma'am, you're average looking at best.
I'm taking it in, but
you're average at best. This is crazy, man. You're average at best. You need to get with an average guy. And that's the clip they spent all over World Star. It's crazy. Let's go.
Okay, but you're not accepting the fact that, okay. Average looking women. Average looking woman who's older.
I mean, she's 35. She's 35. It's not like she's one of these damn 45, 50-year-old women out here talking about they looking for a man to wife them up. If she's 35, she got about 3 years to get it right. I mean, that's when the door closes.
Average looking older woman with a 13-year-old son. Average looking woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy baby daddy.
Just say that she's just not attractive. I mean, at that point, it's like, that's where a lot of the women were getting upset because they were like, come on. Like, you're roasting this woman on the grill. And she's just sitting there taking it, fam. You're average at best. You have a 13-year-old. You have a sketchy baby daddy. Look at your lashes. You're average at best. Women got upset at that, fam. Remember, she called in. She said she's a 5 and she's a 6 when she's decked out. So at the end of the day, she said she's average. He's just telling her what she is at this point. But we also have to point out that he did keep her on the phone. He could have hanged up that phone. He didn't have to keep the phone call going. So he used her for an opportunity. Let's go.
This gets worse every time I say something. And now you're asking for a man who's in the top 10% of men.
But here's the thing. Look at this thing, fam. Check this one out. She's looking for a guy that's in the top 10%, right? But what about how the guy look? Nobody's talking about how the guy looks. See that? Do you see that? Why is it that when Kevin talked about high value, it was never any emphasis on how the guy looked, whether he's obese, whether he's unattractive to women? It's only about money. And see, this is the problem I always had, because it's like when it comes to the men, it's like the guy, there was never no emphasis on how the guy looked, whether his health is in order, is he in shape? Is he handsome? Is he good looking to the woman's eyes? What really is going on in that department? The only emphasis was on the man's money. You see? This is crazy. Actually, money don't make a man handsome. That just doesn't even make any sense. But I guess women feel that way, because I seen a recent clip with Tupac where Tupac was saying that when he was broke, he used to be in a particular club, and the women he would try to talk to, and he would say he was lonely. He ain't have no dates. He couldn't get no dates. And then when he blew up, the same women that were in the club was literally pretty much dying to get with him. It's crazy. So maybe there's some sort of truth to the saying of money make men appear handsome. But if that's the case, it's really dumb, because that would imply that this whole average scale is one-sided, and it is basically saying it don't apply to men if he got money. I don't think that's cool. Because if you're handsome with money, but then if you don't have money, you're not handsome, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. There are women out here that would see a guy and he could be very unattractive and got a lot of money, and they would not date the guy because they still want to get with a guy that got money. You know what I mean? But it's sad. It's sad how when brothers get money, all of a sudden women find them attractive. That just proved that you're just nothing but a gold digger. And this is why if you're a brother and you got money already, you shouldn't take no woman serious, because if she wasn't there with you when you were broke, chances are she's not going to get with you because she's interested in you. She's only interested in your money. That's it. She just want your money at this point, bro.
You don't qualify for one. And you
You don't qualify for one. You know what I mean? It kind of reminded me of the video where he told the dude, where he was asking about the dude's phallus. About you're fat, you're overweight, and you're expecting a woman who's a 9 or a 10. That's the only video where you ever see him critiquing a guy. And people spend it all over YouTube like he was going in on the brothers like that every single time. No, he wasn't. He wasn't doing that. That was just that one guy.
Make him. I mean, I don't want to have to go there. But when you put in all these other factors, why can't you just get a man that's an average guy?
You see, an average guy, which is a disrespect to all of you working class brothers. You see that? You see that, brother? So while you thought that Kevin was in support of you brothers, no, he looked at you brothers as average too. Only the guys that were making six figures or more, you were considered a part of the elite club. He told her, get a guy that's average. And you already done know how we judge this. Check this out, fam. Check it out. Kevin is judging women by their appearance only in terms of average, right? And the way he see men, he based men as high value based on money. So if a guy is considered average, that means he's not making six figures a year. So at this point, all of you guys that was cheering him on, thinking he was just going in on a woman, he also disrespected you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He disrespected all you guys. Because he's saying that woman need to get with you guys because you're average, you're broke, you're not making a lot of money. Because remember, he's not judging men by their looks. He's judging men by their wallet. Let's go.
Sometimes I feel like in order to fully submit, I have to feel like he's in.
Well, then you're gonna die alone. How about that? Let me just cut to the chase, ma'am. You can feel like what you want to, but women like you die alone.
See, that's where I disagree, where he said that she's going to die alone. I mean, that's like the most cruel thing you could tell somebody. They're going to die alone. That right there, I had a problem with that because, you know, here we are doing a reaction video about this and the man is not even here no more. And to hear him telling women that you're going to die alone in every single video, you're going to die alone, get a dog and die alone. He said that so many times, putting curses on women, and now look what happened to him. That's amazing, right? It's amazing how our words can really do this type of damage, man. That's crazy, man. That's my sound effect with the whip. He have his sound effect, but I got my sound effect on my board over here. So yeah, here we go. Let's go.
Straight up. Because you think you're better than the men that you qualify for. And the only reason, honestly, ma'am, that I can see a woman like yourself really thinking you deserve more is because you earn more money than most people around you in North Carolina.
And that's another problem. She think that she's better than the guys that she keep running into because she figure I make a lot of money. So what would be a guy that is, that would be typically an average guy. If you really think about it, a guy that is making less money is considered average. But Kevin is telling her to get with an average guy rather than a high value guy, because a high value guy, he want a woman that's making, he want a high value man want a woman that's highly attractive. He could care less how much money she makes. So in high value men's eyes, a woman who is considered high value would be a woman that's just attractive. That wouldn't make any sense, because if that's the case, beauty is vain. Eventually your beauty is going to fade. A lot of women, their beauty has faded already. So it's like what are you going to do when your beauty fade? You know, this doesn't make any sense. What about when you get older? What about when you have kids? What if you gain weight? What if what about when beauty fades? Are you going to give up on the woman? And see, that's one of the biggest problems with this mindset, is that if you got with a woman and she looked good 1 minute, what about if she changed? You know how many women look good at one point in their life and then their whole body change, face change, features change? They look like a totally different person. What about that? You see, you got to always consider that.
But if your ass worked at the post office, you would not think so highly of your opportunities.
He's basically saying if that she was working at the post office, she wouldn't care about what guy she was getting with. I doubt that, because you got women that work at the post office and they still want a high value man. You got women that are at the post office, women that work at Home Depot, women that work a basic 9 to 5, and they still want a high value man. It has nothing to do with how much money these women make. Matter of fact, the more money a woman make, the more likely she's going to be single. Because it's like when women have no money, right? They want the guy with the money. And then once they get all the money, now all the guys in their dating pool are considered broke. And then all the high value men don't even want her. And it has nothing to do with how she look, because there's a lot of attractive women that got a lot of money and they're still single. Still single. Seriously. Right? Let's go.
And that's the reality. Men don't care about your money.
They don't care about your money. We don't care about your money. We all know that already. But at the end of the day, if we don't care about a woman's money, right? We don't care about that. We care about how she looked. We care about all this stuff. He need to be very frank. High value men are not looking for a woman to be a wife. They're just looking for sex. That's it. That is what he should have told these women. High value men are not looking for relationships. They're looking for only sex from highly attractive women. That's it. They're not looking to be a stepdaddy. They're not looking for none of this other stuff, and they could care less about your money. They want beauty and youthfulness. It's all about the fantasy that they want to be fulfilled. That's it.
Not the kind of men that you want. We don't care about your money. It ain't ours. We care about the fact that you are older and you got kids. And you're average.
See, when he say average, what he's really meant is you're ugly. He just didn't say it. What he really meant to say is that she's ugly. That's what he's saying. I'm not saying nothing. He's saying that. Average to him means ugly. That's what he means. So when he says she needs to get with an average man, remember, he based men in terms of high value on dollar. So an average man would be a man that's broke. So he's basically telling a woman that makes 6 figures, you need to go settle with a man that's broke. That's what he said. That's basically what he's saying. And he's disrespecting the guy that he called average, because he's basically saying, you broke guys that are not making 6 figures, you deserve an average woman like her. That's what he just said. And guys couldn't see that. He dissed all of you brothers. He dissed all of you brothers. He basically told all you brothers that are not making a lot of money, this is the kind of woman you need. This is the best you brothers can get. That is what Kevin Samuels told you brothers that he considered average. That's sad, fam. And y'all praised and worshiped him as your godfather.
And your reality of your life has showed you that. You don't have the kind of men that you want knocking on your door trying to find you. See, what we've done in this country, this world, is we've told women like yourself that...
Women like yourself. Notice that. Peep what he just said. Women like yourself. Now, again, women like herself are average. So what he's basically saying there is women that are unattractive, right? That have money. We have told them what?
You can have it all. And you got a Prince Charming who's 6 feet tall, 6-figure income, jawline, all this other kind of stuff. And I'm sorry, man. No. Most people get average people.
No, notice what he said. He said most people get average people. Again, he's using the word average. If average mean mediocre and, you know what I'm saying, it's not the top quality, not the great pick of the litter, then he's basically saying all of you brothers that are not making 6-figure incomes, this is the kind of woman you need. In other words, if you're making 45K, 65, the best you're going to get, bro, is a woman that have kids so that you could be a stepdaddy. Because the highly attractive women that are making, the 9s and the 10s, those kind of women, they're not going to want you brothers making 45, 65K a year. They're not going to want you guys. And in all sense and purposes, look at what's happening today. Look at what's happening today. Those women don't even want you brothers. They want a guy making 6 figures. You got women that work at McDonald's talking about, I don't want these regular guys. I want a guy making 6 figures. It's crazy.
Especially average people.
That's crazy when you calling somebody average when just the other day this guy was average. It doesn't make no sense. Like Kevin Samuels was not making 6 figures before his success on YouTube. He was not making 6 figures. You know what I mean? He was struggle streaming. He was doing the cologne thing. He was not making 6 figures. People already exposed that already. The man recently paid his child support after his success. So the whole high value thing was one big gimmick to fake it till you make it and make people believe that you making 6 figures when you wasn't. I'm serious. We already listen, fam, people already done exposed all of this already, including myself. So don't get mad at me, fam. I just spit the facts. It is what it is.
And you're an average person.
How you gonna say she's an average person just by her looks though? I understand the situation, but compared to them women that Kendra have on her show, them women be finished. That 60-plus-year-old woman coming on her show talking about she looking for D. Now she's crazy, fam.
I mean, let's be real. You're not running Microsoft. You got a pet grooming business.
Now he disrespected her business now. Like how the woman is making 6 figures with a pet grooming business. Do you know how much money pet grooming business make? Do you know how many people take their dogs and their pets to, matter of fact, you can't even call them dogs. You got people will get offended. Do you know that? Do you know there are certain types of quote unquote dogs that if you were to take them to those places and you identify them as dogs, people will get offended if you don't call them by the proper breed of the dog. They'll get offended. They'll be like, my pet is a such and such. Because if you say dog, I guess that means average at best, I guess.
You've been making 6 figures for the last 3 years. Okay.
The last 3 years, Kevin, before your success on YouTube, you were not making 6 figures for the past 3 years. You was not. So I don't know why you trying to shoot her down when she's been making more money than most of these brothers in these spaces. Like real talk, when you really think about it. You made it seem like her business is nothing. Oh, a pet grooming business. Like that's average. Like, come on, fam. You comparing her to Microsoft? Come on. Come on. You comparing her to $1 billion, matter of fact, trillion. What am I saying? A billion, no.
But if I'm looking at you, if I looked at you and I took all that off of you, all the eyelashes and all the hair, what do you look like under there?
I mean, I look the same. I'm just.
No, you don't.
Yo, he said if I take all of that stuff off you, the eyelashes, the hair, all that stuff, how would you look? Yo. And that's how, imagine you took out all of Kendra's weave and the braids. Yo, how would those women look? Yo, I got a reaction video I got to do that somebody sent me, man, with some woman, man. I was like, I can't believe this, man. I can't believe this mess.
Because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
I'm sorry?
No, you don't. You don't look the same because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
So what is your advice for women that...
All right, I'll tell you my advice, man, because you're not listening to me. This is why I always recommend you need therapy. People think most of us in the black community need therapy, but you're not dealing.
No, they don't need no therapy, fam. They don't. We saw what happened to that other therapist. Trust and believe. If therapy is where our women need to go, after the woman that got fired, our people don't need to be going to no therapy, fam. Oh no. That woman made all therapists look crazy.
Reality. I asked you about your child's father, and you couldn't answer me. But it doesn't sound like you're too proud of him.
Most women that have baby daddies are not proud of them. I don't know any woman that have a baby daddy that is proud of the baby daddy. They don't like each other. That's why they're not with each other, right? Let's go.
What kind of student is your child?
He's an A student.
Does he have any behavioral problems?
No, he actually got a YouTube channel and he's trying.
No.
Why you ain't want to promote the brother's channel? You see what I mean? Do you see that? The woman said he actually has a YouTube channel. Rather than Kevin find out about the young man to help the young man, he didn't want to give the young man no shine on his platform. This is black people for you. That's one of the biggest problems Kevin had. He is completely, or was, selfish. Very selfish. You want to talk about this woman was selfish? No, you were selfish because he's a 13-year-old on YouTube. You didn't even want her to even mention his YouTube channel. That's sad. That's sad. That's sad. You could have gave the brother an opportunity. But see, this is what I've been talking about within these black spaces, how content creators that have a lot of clout, a lot of success, they refuse to help other brothers to grow. They refuse. They only want to be the one to grow. Now look at the situation. The man is not here no more. Wow, man. Where much is given, much is required. Damn shame.
But where is it? But his daddy is still. If his daddy is alive, does he have a relationship with his father?
Yeah, he does.
Then what's your issue with him?
He's not business minded like my father and my uncle. And
then why did you choose to make a baby with him before you got married?
Young and dumb. I was 16.
Exactly, and that call.
Women are always saying that mess. I was dumb. I was 16. Wait, did she say 16? You can't make this up, people. You can't make this up. Can't make this up.
See? Yeah. That young and dumb shit, let me stop you right here. That young and dumb shit you black women throw out as if it's supposed to get... Listen and listen well, women. Young and dumb is not a get out of jail free card. It doesn't go woof and change the fact. You still have to carry that consequence. And men are not rushing up to be stepfathers to 13-year-olds.
I've been telling ladies this for a long time, that these brothers are not signing up to take care of your kids. You know what I mean? But they will hit you from the back. See, if you're a single mom and you want to get with a guy and be his concubine and have the brother as a companion in your life, then y'all can rock out and have a good relationship. But see, what I find with a lot of single moms is they have this package deal where if the guy is not accepting of her children, like he's going to be there to be some stepdaddy, it's like she based the whole relationship around that. And I think that that's wrong. I think that as a woman who's a single mom, you should primarily focus on your relationship to that man and allow your so-called baby daddies to be that father figure in your children's lives. Seriously. For real. That way everything can work out.
What would be better is if you honestly sat down and asked yourself, what value can I bring to a man?
And I know that what I can.
Well, all right. What value? What is it?
What is it? I can help him with his business. I'm very business minded on the end of helping organize. and I plant into planting my own garden. So
I don't understand why she's saying all of that stuff because she just contradicted herself if you really paid attention. She said that she would help the guy with his business and do all this other stuff, but she said she wouldn't get with a guy who don't have the business mind, I guess like her father or something like that. So let me get this straight. You'll help him with his business if he have a business. But if he don't have a business mind like your father, you don't want to deal with him. It's not making any sense. It's not making any sense. Because if he don't have no business and you're a woman who is in business, you would help him to have a business because you're a helpmate. So she contradicted herself right there.
I can definitely plan into improving my elegance with just self-improvement. And
The guys are not impressed with none of that stuff. Ladies got to understand that guys are not impressed with none of the stuff you're talking about. This is why I keep saying that you brothers got to deal with these women as concubines. The only women you wife up are virgin women. Period. It is what it is. Let's go.
and working on myself and
Ma'am, at 35 years old,
Women should never be saying they're working on themselves still. If you're working on yourself, that means you're a mess. It is what it is. Let's go.
35 years old, here's what you told me. I can help him with his business. Due respect, ma'am. And I mean no disrespect, but 20 to 30% of people own businesses. What about the 70 to 80% of men who don't own them? That means that doesn't matter.
That means that he's looking down on the people that don't have businesses. Because the people that don't have businesses are working at 9 to 5s, getting a certain wage, which means they're making a certain salary. So he consider all of them average at best too. Let's go.
That means nothing to the average man. Then the next thing you said, I can plant. Ma'am, that means nothing to most people because we go to grocery stores. Then you say self-improvement. I gave you a shot at saying what you have to offer to men, and you said nothing that we value.
what do you value? What do
Oh
y'all?
man, book a session.
She said, what do you value? Women don't know what men value. And this is another problem, ladies, of why you're going to be single for the rest of your natural life. Men value cooperation. You understand? They value women that understand their role. And women typically don't come to the table with that kind of value. Yeah, your looks is important, how you carry yourself, your mannerism and everything else. All of that stuff plays a part. But bottom line, men are looking for women that are going to be on his program, that are going to be submissive, that will cater to them, cook for them, encourage them, and show them respect. That's what men are looking for. Right? Let's go.
I'm not doing this. Nope. I'm done. I've tried to go around, but this has happened. The older you ladies get, the more you get set in your ways. Book a session because I don't want to do this in public, man. Because you seem like a sweet woman, but
He said he don't want to do this in public, but then called her a sweet woman. It's crazy, right? He did everything he did everything in public already. There's no need for her to book a session. The session was already done in the public already. It's crazy. But let's go.
but you're not getting it.
You're being so mean.
I'm not being, don't tell me I'm being mean. I'm about to be mean. I get tired of you broads telling me I'm being mean because you cannot handle the goddamn truth. You called my show on a day that you ain't even supposed to be here. And I honored the call and sat here and tried to help you. And I'm telling me I'm being mean. Get the fuck out of my phone.
Wow.
Tired of y'all doing this shit.
Wow. Wow. This is amazing. They addicted to those good lies. That's what it is, fam. They addicted to those good lies. You hear it is what it is, fam. Black Male Advice TV. So, there we have it. The average at best video reaction breakdown We heard it from the beginning to the end. We see exactly what went down. So based on what we can see here at the end of the video, the way he flipped out on the woman, I don't think that was necessary for him to flip out on her like that. He could have ended the call from the beginning, based on my opinion of the whole situation. He was being mean to her. I don't feel that he needed to go off like that at the end. I think that one of the reasons why a lot of people had a problem with the video is the fact that the ending when he flipped on her, I think that is where it probably went left. I think if he would have just left it as it was and kept the ending part out, because he hanged up the phone on her. So it's almost like you used her, you exploited her, you got everything you needed out of her, and then you pretty much deleted her, right? That's pretty much how that went. He just used her for, I guess, to exploit her for the moment. He could have, now look, the way he ended that phone call, it could have been the way he started the phone call. Remember that when the woman first called in, he could have said, hold up, why are you calling in on my show? It's disagreement night. And he could have ended the phone call right then and then. That's what he could have did. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is, fam. So it is what it is. So that's all we have for you right now. Gonna get on out of here. You already done know what it is. Appreciate everybody coming through. Shout out to everybody that joined the stream, everybody that became members. Shout out to everybody that super chat the stream, cash apped. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Gonna get on out of here. You already done know the drill. The your average at best reaction. I'll catch you all in the next stream. Blackmail Advice TV. Make sure you get the likes up on the video. Click that like button. Make sure you click that like button and subscribe to the channel. Blackmail Advice TV. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Blackmail Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out.